readings indicate that Advent just powered up some kind of psionic transmitter in this area. And if they're assuming no one knows about it yet, it shouldn't be that well guarded. If we can take it down quickly, Advent's operations across this entire region will be in disarray. Advent has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area, tied directly into their primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's still connected will severely damage their linked systems. Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Stepping off. Affirmative.
Enemy eliminated. Well done. As we had hoped, the network separation is temporarily delayed. On the move. Heading to that location.
Location.
Got it covered. Roger that. Closing the target position now. Got it covered. Advent troops here. Got him. Good to go. No need to have flank. Roger that. I've got eyes on Advent troops. I'm on the move. Moving up.
Affirmative. Head to that location. Good to go. Will do. I'm ready. No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mind control them now. Solid copy.
You. Huh. Get up.
Got it. Moving.
You.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Get up. 走った曲がったそこら中駆け巡ってみた回した回った手当たり次第に転がした
Moving.
くっつけた組み込んだいろんなものをゲット
Now fail to connect.
はカモン避けてみた逃げてみた勢い余って飛んでみたよっヘラ押してみた引いてみた力の限り投げてみたぶつかった弾かれたものすごい
The
衝
X4
撃が
charges are active, but the aliens are still working to isolate the transmitter. Eliminate any remaining hostiles before they cut it off.
いつまでも転がし続けた人として大きく成長したいろんなことに気がついたみんなが一つになった笑顔は街にあ
For
ふ
your
れくだらない
safety,
役員が
all
影を
travel
潜めた
between city centers has been suspended until the recent power system upgrades have been completed. Please see your nearest Advent peacekeeper for any further clarifications.
ファンキだみんな黙って俺についてこいイエチゲだファンキだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモンチゲだファンキだみんな黙って俺についてこいイエチゲだファンキだみんな必死で
I
俺に
wondered how
つ
the
い
new
てこ
gear
い
would hold
カ
up,
モン
Commander.
チゲだ
Looks to me like it's working out just fine.
ついてこいイエチゲだファンキだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモン打ち曲げた手
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
New objective added.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations were high, and yet you have exceeded them.
Now that we have more staff on the engineering team, we can start clearing out space for new facilities, Commander. We should keep looking for more recruits, though. We'll need them to staff the facilities once we've built. There's room for us to expand our facilities on board the Avenger, Commander, but we'll need more engineers to clear out space for construction first. Commander, so far I haven't seen anything critical among the alien components left over in this area. If we clean this stuff out, we could probably use the space for a new facility. Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out. We'll start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
Commander, we have a lead on the alien black site, but we'll have to rely on the local resistance to actually get us into the facility. We should try to make contact with their forces in the region as soon as possible. It's the only way we're going to find out what's behind this so-called Avatar project.
Avenger plotting new course.
ネガティブな話題を口にするな。辛くてもすぐ。
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known.
Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however, ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations, war games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
ピースなバイブレーションでアークを描き、このアースに負けないオブジェを作れ。
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key, Commander. During the course of our research, we made a startling breakthrough that has led us to another potential avenue of study. However, if we are to proceed down this path, we must do so immediately, or I fear we will lose our opportunity to return to it in the future. I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Come on.
Plotting new course.
You are too trusting, John. The skirmishers are Advent. Advent is the enemy. The enemy is food.
Try not to bring that up when we meet, Volk.
You take their side after all we've seen these years.
Look, I'm not exactly having drinks with them, but they did hold up their end of the bargain. What about you?
Wait and see. Volk out.
Actually think they might show up. Commander, that was Konstantin Volokov, Volk to his friends. He and his Reapers are a big part of the reason why you're standing here today. Volk may be a little rough around the edges, but he's the real deal. Heads one of 3 resistance groups operating independently from us that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other. Still, we've made some unlikely progress. Volk's Reapers may have found you, but they weren't acting alone. They were tipped off by a group of Advent defectors known as the Skirmishers. No one's big on working with these guys, knowing where they came from. But you wouldn't be here without their help. Both the Reapers and the Skirmishers have agreed to suspend hostilities provided you serve as the go-between. Trust doesn't come easy between these two, so we're heading for a nice quiet spot on neutral ground. Even so, let's not take any chances. Intel on this area is weak, and we're picking up strange chatter on comms. Not to mention we're ending a decade-long blood feud today. I'd advise our soldiers to be fully prepared before we deploy on this one, Commander. Good luck.
I hate to ask, but it looks like I don't have much choice. Think you can help us out?
Not sure how long our contacts are going to wait for us, Commander. So I'd recommend we proceed as soon as possible. All available soldiers are standing by to deploy.
Setting course for East Asia.
Each faction has agreed that should be enough to keep them from killing each other. We've got a temporary ceasefire in place for the duration of the meet, but still, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for anything.
With a few supplies, I can manufacture anything we need in no time.